I hope that everyone is having a fantabulistic day today. So today is my day off. It is Saturday. I mean, my days is kind of different. But anyway, I hope everyone is doing fine. So what I wanted to talk about today is simply just a whole bunch of stuff, okay? um, so, what I actually wanted to say is that, um, if you're maybe have a challenge with being anxious, anxiety, stuff like that, um, I wanted to mention three things that maybe you can try and see if it works for you, okay? Um, to see if it would decrease the, that anxious feeling, all right? So, the first thing that you can probably do would be to figure out of just an overall analyze of what's going on with your life, to see if there is something in your life that is a hindrance as far as being happy is concerned. Are you in a relationship that is toxic? Are you in a job that is draining or toxic, and you just, you know, you need to figure out what the catalyst is. So one way would be to try to figure out if it is something within a relationship area or a job. Okay, so that's first and foremost. Just something, that's causing stress. Secondly is, what are you putting in your mouth? What are you eating? Okay. Are you eating a lot of carbs? Are you eating a lot of processed foods? What are you eating? Um, you know, Maybe you can start with going back to the garden per se. The garden meaning the Garden of Eden. If you think of a garden, everything is green, everything is natural, everything is not processed. You don't see Dorito chips up in the garden. Okay, I'll tell you that. So, secondly, would be, what are you putting in your mouth? Okay, are you eating a lot of processed foods? Check that. All right. Thirdly, is, have you been active? Are you physically active, or are you just being on the couch all day? Be it on the computer, or just, are you in motion? Are you in movement? Are you walking around? Are you exercising? Is the third factor that you need to check. Are you exercising? What's going on? You know, um, because the reason why I'm asking all these three things is because I've actually experienced that myself, where I had I had everything was cool. Like the first one, I was, it was all right, whatever. My job was okay. Um, but the second one, which was, what was I consuming? I was consuming a lot of Dunkin' Donuts and um, processed food. It was definitely wasn't in the garden food. It wasn't natural food. And thirdly, I used to be active. See, before the pandemic, before we were quarantined, I used to be active. Used to be walking, going to the gym, whatever. But then after we were quarantined, guess what? My activity level, I just went to work and did not exercise anymore. So, the next thing I knew, I was feeling some type of way. Um, Oh yeah, this is just my own experience, okay? So just check those three. Maybe you can change all three, or at least two out of the three, or maybe one out of the three. At least start exercising, start being in motion. And maybe that will decrease or eliminate all the anxiousness. You know what I'm saying? Altogether, okay? So I hope that you're having a blessed day in the Lord, and everyone's taking care of themselves, and I understand there's a lot going on in the world right now with the being in the middle of a pandemic still, and then we don't really know what's going on with the stimulus checks, and the whole presidency and outvoting and stuff. So there's a lot going on. So yeah, we need to keep that cortisol down, okay? So at least start with being active, and what are you putting in your mouth? And of course, if you're in a toxic relationship, or in a toxic job relationship, then guess what? You need to start looking for something else, and get rid of all these, things that's causing stress, okay? All right. Talk to you later.